Hello friends, my name is Ryan, and I'm going to tell you a story named The Unabomber Case, a nationwide manhunt for a domestic terrorist, which is an amazing story full of twists. So let's start. It was a time when the world was still learning to adjust to the rapid advancements of technology, but lurking behind all the progress was a shadowy figure, a man who seemed to be driven by something darker. The chilling tale of the Unabomber would forever be etched into the minds of those who heard it, as it unfolded in the most unexpected and suspense-filled way. In the midst of the 1970s, when the country was focused on its own struggles and progress, the Unabomber began his reign of terror. It wasn't just the bombing that made his case so unsettling, but the mystery surrounding it. No one knew who he was, where he came from, or why he did what he did. His bombs, carefully crafted, started showing up in unexpected places: universities, airlines, even a computer store. The terror was not just from the explosions themselves, but from the idea that no one knew who or what they were dealing with. The first major clue came in the form of a manifesto. It was a rambling document filled with ideas about technology, society, and the direction the world was heading. It wasn't a plea for help, but rather a chilling manifesto declaring his intentions. But the words within were enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. They hinted at a man who had been watching, studying, and waiting for the right moment to strike. The authorities scrambled, desperately trying to find patterns in the bombings, tracing every lead, and examining every detail. But the Unabomber was elusive. He was playing a game, and he seemed to always be one step ahead. It wasn't just about the bombs anymore, it was about outwitting the people who were trying to catch him. His mind was a maze, one that no one seemed to be able to navigate. As the years passed, the case grew colder. The bombings continued sporadically, but the trail to the Unabomber grew colder. The FBI, overwhelmed and under pressure, began to turn to the public for help. They put up billboards, posters, and appeals, but still, no one came forward with anything concrete. The Unabomber was not just a criminal, he was a mystery that plagued the nation. Then, as if the world itself conspired to bring an end to the terror, a breakthrough came from the most unexpected of places. The manifesto, which the Unabomber had sent to newspapers, was his undoing. His words, so carefully crafted to make his ideas known to the world, contained a clue that was finally deciphered. It wasn't just the language, but the subtle hints buried in his writings that led to a shocking revelation. The Unabomber's true identity was about to be exposed. As the pieces of the puzzle came together, it became clear that the man behind the bombings was someone who had been hiding in plain sight for years. A professor, a recluse, and a man who had been lost in his own dark thoughts for far too long. But even as the authorities moved in to apprehend him, the story didn't end there. No one could have predicted the twists that followed. In the final moments, as the Unabomber was caught, it was revealed that he had meticulously planned every detail of his escape, never once thinking that he would be found. He had believed that his message, his manifesto, would make him a martyr, a figure whose thoughts would forever be etched in history. But what he hadn't accounted for was the relentless pursuit of justice, and the determination of those who refused to let his reign of terror continue. And that, my friends, is where the story leaves us. The Unabomber, his plan shattered, was left to face the consequences of his actions. But the questions linger. What drove him to this madness? What pushed him to become the domestic terrorist that terrorized an entire nation? This case, full of twists and turns, continues to haunt the minds of those who remember it. It serves as a reminder of the dangers that lie beneath the surface, and how easily someone can slip into the shadows, becoming a danger to everyone around them. So, if you want to hear more gripping tales that will leave you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more stories that will keep you awake at night.